We have one party in the United States, and the Democrats and Republicans are two different manifestations of it. We have just gone through a very nasty political campaign. Republicans of Regardless of where you were in the country, Republicans charged the Democrats with reckless spending. They had selective amnesia about the Bush era spending, or as Alan Greenspan said of them, they traded power for principle, and now they have neither. The Republicans assured the country that they had learned their lesson, and if they were back in power, they would stop spending. After the election, Republican Mitch McConnell, the minority leader in the Senate, said his number one legislative goal was to get rid of Barack Obama. Forget the recession, forget the U.S. is in two wars, forget that we need a lot of infrastructure rebuilt, forget we need the development of alternative energies to replace dependence on oil imported from countries that don't like us. Forget we need to get our industries more competitive with the world's industries, and forget that unemployment is 10%. The Republican leader's number one priority is to get rid of Barack Obama. Then there is Barack Obama. He is a smart guy who is capable of making good decisions. When he was running for president, he said he would close down Guantanamo base within 1 year. Whoops, it's still open. He said he was opposed to offshore drilling. Then he became in favor of offshore drilling. But then the Gulf spill occurred. Then now he's got a moratorium against offshore drilling. He was opposed to nuclear energy. Now he is for developing it. He was for phasing out the war in Afghanistan, and now he is just the letting it continue unabated. The Taliban are no threat to us. We should just leave and tell them if they let Al Qaeda set up there again, we will be back and we will spray the poppy fields. Any organization that could cause there to be harm to the poppy fields would soon be eliminated by those who control the heroin trade in Afghanistan. Both sides claim to be concerned about the deficit. The Republicans claim the deficit can't be reduced by raising taxes. The Democrats claim we need government spending. When Britain and Ireland were faced with similar problems, they increased taxes and decreased spending. Why can't we? Since the election, the first big compromise between the Democrats and the Republicans is that they will extend unemployment benefits, which is more spending, and there won't be any and there won't be an and there will be an extension of the Bush tax cuts. This can be either characterized as raising taxes or as not raising taxes or cutting taxes in the sense that they will not be allowed to raise as they were scheduled to. The compromise is to increase spending and to decrease tax revenues. During the election, no one hardly mentioned the war in Afghanistan, which is a huge black hole which we are sending money into. Afghanistan has about an 80% illiteracy rate. To try to put a functioning democracy is a waste of time and effort. The vast majority of the people in Afghanistan do not know why the United States is in Afghanistan, and they view us as just another occupier, such as they have had for the last couple millennium. We are betting on the wrong side, just as we did in Iran, Cuba, China, and Vietnam. every time we kill someone who is a Taliban, we make one more Taliban fighter amongst their friends and relatives. Nor during the election was there any mention of our military spending. The Republicans, when the Republicans have nothing else to do, they tearfully remember those who gave their lives for our country, but ask them to increase the taxes on the richest 2% of the population by 3% of their income, and the Republicans scream like banshees. We currently spend more on our military than the next 16 countries in the world combined. This spending includes the military getting items they don't even really want, and it just happens that those items are manufactured in the districts of key members of Congress. The Democrats have gotten groups like the gays and the blacks and the pro-choice people to sign on to them unquestionably. The Republicans have gotten anti-gays and anti-abortion people to sign on with them. If you are a regular working person, don't expect anything good from either party in the very near future.